Jackie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Thanks.
Ouch. All right, same as always. We're so talking for everybody who watches the recording after the fact. We're using dumbbells today. I'm also going to be using these bands. I know I talked about these. You can still do the exercise with a dumbbell instead, and I'll show you both versions. But yeah.
I think we have some. Let me run down and get
Yeah,
them.
go ahead. Go ahead. Oh, so for anybody else who does want to order these are just called loop bands. You could just go on Amazon. They'll give you a whole pack for various sizes. I want to say for like $8 or something. So loop bands, they're just rubber, nothing fancy. So I'll be using these today. Again, you don't have to. I'll show you how to do the same exercise with dumbbells, but just wanted to mix it up in case some of you guys do have these. Otherwise, make sure you have your dumbbells handy. We'll just give it one more minute, see if anyone else hops on. There you go. Perfect. Awesome.
What were the, Jackie, what were the things you said? The dumbbells, the bands?
Dumbbells, and you have the little loop bands, right?
I have one, yeah.
These guys?
How heavy are the dumbbells supposed to be? Light?
So dumbbells, I would say heavier since we're training legs. Of course, it's up to you. But I'm going to be using 2 on the heavier side we're going to be practicing some deadlifts. And then, let's see. We don't need anything for abs. So you don't need any light dumbbells for abs. So I would say on the heavier side.
All right, let's see. We'll go a little heavier.
We'll be doing squats, lunges. Hey, Peter.
Howdy.
All right, let's just start moving the arms while everyone gets set up.
I got a head start. I was shoveling snow.
Ooh, my HOA does that for me. I complain about them every day except for the days it snows. In and out. Up and down. Big reach. So I am going to have everybody mute themselves. I can see myself and everybody else on my iPad, but I think some people are seeing, not that you guys or anyone's talking, but if there's a noise, whomever's watching the recording will just see that screen, I think. Might depend on what computer you have. So just to be safe. But if you have questions, unmute. You have a question, Vicki? Oh, okay. All right, so we'll continue with our warm-up. We're just going to twist side to side. Yeah, you can unmute at any time if you have any questions or anything to say. And reach overhead. Stretch out the side, your abs and your lats. Big reach. Good. And flat back. And give me just a little bounce so that you can feel a slight stretch in your hamstrings, but nothing too crazy here. Drop the hands to the floor and roll up slow. Very good. Grab an ankle. Again, this is nothing new. You guys know this by now. Make sure when you do, though, both of your knees should be next to each other because you really want to get that proper stretch. So the knees should be down. Okay, and last thing that we're going to do is our shoulder kicks. Remember, we don't want to hinge at the hip and come down like this, okay? It's going to be a short kick because we all have tight hamstrings, and that's okay. We just want to loosen them up a tiny bit. We don't want to overstretch them before we lift. Couple more. All right. And just roll your ankles and your wrists around. So the first circuit, we mixed things up on Tuesday. We went through all of the exercises and then repeated them 3 times. But I'm thinking since we're going heavier here, we're going to keep it the same circuits as we normally do. So we'll do a circuit 3 times in a row and then move on. So the first thing that we're going to do is a combo between the reverse lunge and the stiff leg deadlift. So I'll demonstrate. Let me just push you guys down a little. So we have our dumbbells here, or you're holding one dumbbell with both hands. And we're going to do a lunge, lunge, and then our stiff leg deadlift, keeping the dumbbells against our legs. If we let our dumbbells come out here, now you're going to throw out your lower back. So keep them nice and tight to your body and roll up, squeeze those glutes, okay? So that's exercise number 1. Then we're going to come down to a high plank, just a high plank. And then we're going to move on to fire hydrants. Now this is where you would use your loop bands or your dumbbells. So if you have the loop band, it goes up around your thighs. And you're just coming out like we normally would with the dumbbells. So if you don't have the bands, you can just put your dumbbell between your hamstring and your calf like we normally do. The 4th exercise will be bicycle crunches. And we're going to keep the band on. So we'll give ourselves a little bit of resistance and do the crunches like this. You might have to kick your heels out. For some reason, I feel like that helps this stay. That's just probably in my head, but just have to do what works. So, any questions? All right, let's get started. Grab your heavy weights. Make sure you lift them without using your back. And we're going to start with the lunge. Take your time, go at your own pace. I'm going to stand this way just so I can watch you guys. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Take your time, get that back knee down. Sneakers or barefoot are probably best if you're on a rug. Barefoot is probably best. You don't want to slide. I have socks on and it's uncomfortable. Just be careful. Oh, wait a second. I'm doing this wrong. Okay, you guys can't yell at me. Okay, let's add that stiff leg deadlift in there. There we go. Don't feel afraid to correct me. And deadlift. Make sure you push those hips back. Squeeze the glutes. Push those hips back. Good. I'm going to continue to the side in case anybody needs to see my form. Couple more. We're just going to end up having a few extra lunges in there. One more. 2 lunges and a deadlift. All right, dumbbells down. We're just going to hold a high plank. Hands are right under your shoulders. I'll let you know when to come on up. Make sure you're in a nice straight line. Neutral spine, don't let your head dip down. Keep breathing, just focus on keeping the core tight. Inhaling and exhaling. Ten seconds. Three, 2, and 1. Come on down. So you're either going to grab your dumbbell and place it here, okay, like this, or when you come out to the side, not back, or you're using your band. I'm going to use the band tonight. Again, these are cheap. They're from Amazon. They are just called a loop bands. All right, so same position with the hands, right under your shoulders. We want a neutral spine. We don't want to put any pressure in the wrong place. And you can begin. We're just going to do one side at a time. Try not to open out the hip too much. You want to try to keep them facing the floor. You're just bringing that knee out to the side. Other side. Last two. Very good. All right, let's turn over. And you guys know how to do the bicycles weighted. You can do that if you want to, if you don't have the band. Roll down. 3, 2, 1. Ten seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Take the band off. And come on up. We're going to go back to the lunges. Round 2. Grab your weights. 3, 2, 1. Take your time. Go at your own pace. Keep going. Few more to go. Last little round here. And squeeze on the way up. Drop the dumbbells carefully. Come on, down to a plank. Focus on your breathing. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Back to the fire hydrants. One side at a time. Make sure you guys take your time. And when I say don't open up that hip too much, you just don't want to do this. You don't want your hip bone to come out and face the side. You just want to keep everything facing the floor and focus just on that knee coming out, okay? You can begin. One more, and switch sides. You can also do this unweighted. You do not have to add resistance to this exercise, just options. 2 more. All right, we can turn on over, move back to the bicycle crunches. Make sure you get the band up towards your knees just because it tends to slide down a little bit, depending on what you're wearing. Here we go, 3, 2, and 1. Using the band is really great for your hip flexors as well. Top of your hips here, the top of your thighs. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Band off, dumbbells down. Let's go for round number 3. Back to those heavy dumbbells. Does everybody feel good with their form for the deadlift? Yeah, okay. If you have any questions, let me know. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take your time. Don't forget to squeeze the glutes, press through the heels. One more time. Very good. Dumbbells down. Carefully. Let's move on to a plank. Back to the floor. Hands under the shoulders. Keep breathing. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down carefully. Moving on to fire hydrants. Getting our hip work in. All right, one side at a time. You guys know the drill. And begin. Take your time. Make sure you pause out of the side before you slowly bring your knee back down. And switch sides. One more. Very good. Turn over. Last set of bicycle crunches, then we're gonna move on. 3, 2, 1. Ten seconds. Get those shoulder blades up off the floor. 3, 2, 1. All right, bands off. Take a quick break, and then we're moving on. All right, so the next, we are doing one new exercise that I don't think any of you have done with me. We're gonna do jump squats. Of course, you don't have to jump. You can just do a regular squat where you're jumping. And I prefer, if you're able, that you hold a dumbbell when you're doing your jump squats. Or squats, whichever. The second exercise, I cannot for the life of me ever remember what these are called, but you're kneeling. So if you have a rug or a mat, you want to use that. And you're starting down here. We're gonna step up, but stay in a squat. So right foot, left foot, pressing through the heels. Notice my knees are just over my toes, not like this, okay? And then you come down, down. Then the left side first, left, left. Okay, so we're just alternating. So it's really gonna give your glutes a workout. And then the third is going to be the single leg crunch. You guys know these. Right arm is straight, left arm is straight. We're gonna exhale, crunch up towards the ceiling. Inhale, lower without touching the floor. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lower, and then the other side. All right, any questions? So we have squats first. So I'm gonna hold a 10-pound. We'll do, let's see, give me 10 jump squats weighted. If you're doing them unweighted, give me 15. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. One more. All right, nice job. Dumbbell down. You know, you can actually hold a weight here too, but I think today I'm just gonna hold my hands like this. If you have a lighter weight, you could hold it at your chest too, but I just feel more comfortable doing it this way. All right, here we go. So right, left, and then left, right. And be careful coming down. Be nice and gentle on those knees. Keep that butt down. One more time. Whew. Okay, that should burn all through here. Single leg crunches. Opposite arm, opposite leg. 3, 2, 1. Pause at the top, lower slow. Switch sides. At the top, you're pressing your lower back down. No arch in your back when you lift. Breathing out. if you're not exhaling hard, you're not using your abs as much as you could. So make sure you make this ab exercise as efficient as possible. Inhale down, exhale, press. 2 more reps. Very good. Come up to a high plank, and we'll come up off of the floor from here, walking our hands to our feet, and rolling it nice and slow. Nice job. We're going to go right back to the squats. Give me 1 sec. All right, grab your dumbbell. So let's beef it up to 12 jump squats. And again, 15 if you do these unweighted. Anybody who watches this later. Here we go. I'll do them to the side. I'm at 8. And 12. All right, back down to our kneeling exercise. I just want to give a substitute for anybody who watches this and cannot do this. I'm going to have you stay low and do a crab walk side to side. Okay, because the purpose is really to fire up the glutes and the glutes on the side to your entire glute. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Try to stay nice and low. Couple more. One more each side. All right. And turn over. Single leg crunches. Pay attention to how you're breathing. You're inhaling down, exhaling up. 3, 2, 1. Three, 2, and switch sides. Really press those abs down at the top. Two more. Last one. All right, you guys should feel that in your abs. Mine are definitely fired up. Roll back over to a plank and come on up off the floor. Roll up nice and slow so you don't get dizzy. All right, one more round. Back to the jump squats. So let's beef it up again, do 15 reps. Weight it if you can. 3, 2, and go. Get those hips back. Knees stay over the feet. I'm at 10. Last one. Whew. All right. Dumbbells down. All right, we're gonna move right along because we still have a whole nother circuit to go. 3, 2, 1. Glutes should be burning. Last one. All right. Whew, good job. Let's do our last ab exercise, and then we are moving on. 3, 2, and 1. One more. And switch sides. Last one. All right, guys, take a quick little break. The last circuit is going to be on the floor. So this next exercise is a little tricky, but we're going to give it a shot. If you have dumbbells that have a flat ends, that's going to be helpful. If you have rubber, you might need assistance from somebody who's next to you. If you don't have anybody next to you, we're just going to give it a shot anyway. So normally, if I had sneakers on, I was in the gym, I would do this with like a 30-pound dumbbell, but I'm going to use my 10. I have socks on. I don't want to slip. But if you can get your dumbbell to stay like that, that's what I want you to do. We're going to work the hamstring. So we're going to do a lying leg curl with no equipment. Again, this is tricky. So it takes a little coordination. You have to lay on your stomach, put your feet here, okay, on the sides, and then you kind of lift it up like this. So you're flexing the feet and then lowering the dumbbell down to the floor and lifting. So I know this one is a little tricky, but I have to introduce some new things to you guys. Otherwise, you're going to get bored of my workouts. So squeeze those feet together. Okay, so everyone give that a quick practice. It's a new one. I mean, if you don't get it that well today, that's totally fine. We'll practice it again. Don't drop it on your butt. So try to stand it upright like this, best that you can. You're just gonna lift that with your feet. Yeah, Vicky's got it, all right. Looks good, Daryl. Yeah.
Jackie, is your body flat?
So I'm laying like this. I just lay like this.
Got it. Okay.
So everything's flat to the floor. You can even put your head down. I'm just gonna watch you guys, but you can put your head straight down. Okay, so when you lower it down, that's when you want to go nice and slow. If any of us were using an actual machine, we'd obviously be able to press so much more weight or pull so much more weight. So we want to go slow on the eccentric motion. So let's just do these while we're in position, and then we'll move on from here, okay? So you guys go ahead. I'm going to do a couple more as well. you need me, let me know. The key is really getting a good grasp in the right spot of your feet, right before your heels. And lower nice and slow on the way down. Just give me a couple more. We will come back to these in a few minutes. One more. Good, and we can drop that weight. All right. And from here, we're gonna move on to glute bridges, but we're gonna keep the dumbbells or dumbbell a little bit lighter, unless you're just holding one. I'm just gonna use it since I have it, and we're gonna do our weighted glute bridges, just like this. Lifting up and back down, nice and slow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press through the heels, squeeze the glutes, lift as high as you can, and lower back down. And lift. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, dumbbells down. Let's go for a third exercise. So this exercise we've also never done on here, at least, and I'm not sure in class otherwise, but it's a very small crunch. And our legs are up in the air the entire time. So we're lifting straight legs, my legs are just together. We're lifting and then lowering, but the focus is to just keep that lower back really flat. So when you come down, it's keeping it flat, 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 flat. You're only lowering your feet a few inches. So we're really just honing in on the movement of the crunch rather than moving the legs all over the place. So I'll do a few. Lifting and lowering. It's all about control. This is a good way to practice good control for other ab exercises as well. So we're only moving probably, half a foot down when you come down. So just focus on the lift and the lower. So we're not coming all the way down to the floor. We're just lowering a few inches. All right, you guys can continue, go ahead. So just, really focus on that control. It should be nice and slow. Shoulder blades are off the floor. That means shoulders and shoulder blades. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. So this one's tricky because everyone's used to really going up and down and up and down. But some of these exercises are beneficial because you're really just focusing on the technique of a lot of these ab exercises. So anyways, let's go back to the leg curl. Set up your dumbbell best you can. You guys will get the hang of this pretty quick after we do it a few times. Nice and slow on the way down. We want to really create more resistance since we're using lighter weight for our hamstrings. So you have to go really slow. Give me 3 more reps. One more. All right. Great job, guys. Back to the glute bridge. So that lying leg curl is probably also good to do with either no socks or with shoes. I just should have taken my socks off, but I didn't. You don't want to slip. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little crunches. So our legs are up high the whole time. They do not come down low. Inhale. Focus on the breathing too, okay? This is all about technique. Almost just like rocking back and forth. Our shoulder blades stay up. It's all about control. All I want you to focus on is getting that back to be completely flat when your legs go downward. Completely flat. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Last round. Lying leg curl. Couple more. All right. Back to the glute bridges for the last time. I really don't have much of a modification for the leg curl because that's almost like the most modified you can get for leg curl since typically it requires the machine. If we had bands and different things and cable machines, we could work it that way, but that's kind of the way to dumb it down the most. All right, let those hips squeeze the glutes. Three more. And 1. All right, crunches last time. Focus on that technique. Don't worry about what your legs are doing. Focus on what your lower back is doing. Your shoulder blades are up off the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Let's do a nice figure 4 stretch while we're here. Lift up that leg, cross it over, grab your hamstring and pull it in towards your chest. Switch sides. And we're gonna roll over onto our stomach. Place your hands next to your chest. Tops of your feet are laying on the floor. And just stretch up a few inches off the ground. And then all the way, stretching out those abs. And then let's sit back in child's pose with our arms extended in front of us. All right, guys. Great job tonight. Learned a couple new things. I know some of those were a little tricky. What'd you guys think? Everything okay?
Yeah, it was great. I like the new exercises. It was different.
Yeah, it's hard. I really want to get you guys to learn new things. It's just sometimes it's tricky to get used to doing them when you're by yourself. Like something like the lying leg curl. A lot of times people need assistance for a while until they can pick it up, but you guys did a good job.
How do you use them with the bands?
What's that?
How do you do the line leg curls with the bands?
So if you had a band with either a foot attachment, which is like a cloth attachment, or a handle, you could stand holding one end. Wait, give me 1 second. Let me try it. Give me 1 second. Okay. So if you had the right size, I don't know if I could do this without. If you were leaning, you could do a curl this way. But you know what? This one, like it has to be, I think they have one. Yeah, there you go. So you kind of have to flex it that way. But that one's really tricky too because the foot attachment makes it easier. And I don't know who has that. Everyone kind of has different
I just have loop
gadgets laying around. Yeah, I think that you could do it with that one. Yeah. Even if you could probably try that lying down as well. I'd have to practice that one. So let me try to think of some ways we could do more hamstrings with bands, and then next Thursday we'll practice some.
We're not doing it next Thursday. Isn't it Christmas?
Oh, I don't know. Is that Christmas Day or Christmas Eve?
Yeah.
You know what? We're probably gonna do it Wednesday.
Okay.
I can check, but let's see. They should have that.
Yeah, because my dumbbells are pointy, so I have to like figure a way to lift them up.
Oh, gotcha. We won't do that one all the time either, because I know it's hard. I just try to add some new stuff for you guys because. Okay.
Yeah, I figured out a way at the end too.
Okay.
Pick them up with my feet, but it took a while.
It's hard, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna do it we're on the 23rd and then the 30th. So it's just Wednesday instead of Thursday for the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
So Tuesday, Wednesday. Same link though, the butts and guts link. I messed that up on Tuesday. And yeah, I'm just gonna try to keep coming up with some new things. I mean, I kind of know what you guys have now. So hopefully everyone else who's watching has similar items. And you have a TRX band, I see. Oh, is that a TRX band or is that a resistance band? TRX, nice. That's awesome. I would love to have that here.
Yeah, on Tuesday. Oh, Tuesday you were on this channel because I logged in and then you weren't. Yeah.
That was my fault. So I logged in, but oddly enough, we had somebody else on the whole time, so I wasn't thinking anything of it. So I taught on the Thursday link, so that will be sent out. It just, yeah, that was totally my fault. Daryl kindly pointed it out to me. So I'll be back Tuesday's link on Tuesday, the butts and guts link on Wednesday.
Okay.
All right, cool. All right, thank you guys for coming. Have a great weekend.
You too, thanks.
All right, see you later.
Thank you.
Bye.